Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Yesterday we discussed the freezer mods and now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the shelf mods because we got a couple variations here that are new. First off, we have a shelf here that's basically a half shelf. They basically call it the narrow version of the shelves, which are very nice. Basically cuts the entire shelf in half and gives you this shelf that's kind of perfect for like end caps and stuff. So I don't know if everybody puts their shelves together like I do, but the big ones don't fit. They're very awkward on the end cap, but if you put something like this one here, it's a much better fit. Aesthetically, definitely makes your store look better and more organized. So that would probably be the primary reason I even use these to begin with. Otherwise, they don't really change much. They just kind of give you a little more aesthetic options. Now, this next one is the 5 tier and also the 5 tier slim or 5 tier narrow. And these actually have a bit of a significant difference. So as you can see here, you get an entire row to put more stock there, and that could be significant for some items. It really just depends. And basically give you a bit more, stuff to have out on the floor, which is nice, obviously. I usually pair stuff up like this where I have 4 rows of everything or whatever. Having 5 would definitely be ideal and a better situation because the more product you have on the floor, the less likely you are to run out. The more you have to sell, the more money you can make. You don't have to worry about running out as fast, and that's always good. So the problem though is if you download this mod at the point where I am, where you're like 100 plus days in and your store level's 52, now you have a whole bunch of existing shelves that are already 4s that you're gonna have to eventually slowly transition into 5s. And that's a little irritating. But, I mean, if it's worth it to you, then you'll go ahead and do it. My recommendation would probably be, for example, we have this 5 tier narrow. What I would do if I were you is I would take this to the shelf that you want to take product off of and put it right next to it. So that way, when you pull product off, you can put product right back onto the shelf. You know what I mean? Just make your life a little bit easier. You take it right off of this one, put it directly onto that one, and then you're good to go. So there's no point in grabbing stuff and running around to put it on a different shelf and stuff. Just move the shelf right next to where you want it, so it's a quick and easy transfer. And then slowly transition over to all of the 5 tiers. They don't really take up any more space, and they are basically the same height and everything. They just added that one more shelf. The thing I should mention though is there are some items like the potatoes, toilet paper, and other things that are too tall and they clip up into the next one. Even these chips are kind of clipping just a little bit, even though for the most part they're fine. You still get a little bit of clipping, and if that's something that you have a problem with aesthetically, once again, that is completely up to you to determine. My plan was to use the 5 tier shelves for basically everything, and when it comes to potatoes, toilet paper, and other stuff, if I had planned on putting it on any shelves to even begin with, then I was going to do, obviously not use the 5 tier, but most of the large stuff anyway can go on the pallets, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Like, there's really no significant change you're gonna have between one or the other as far as, size goes, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Otherwise, another aesthetic mod to give you more options to make your store more aesthetically pleasing. Like I said, end caps are probably the ideal for the narrow ones, just to, add a little more variety, a little more space and stuff like that in your stores. And obviously the 5 tier will make things a little easier for you, so you won't be running out of items as quickly. If you got enough stockers, that's probably not a problem, because that's a whole nother mod that I need to go ahead and cover. There's so many mods that I need to cover that I'm trying to get to as many of them as I can, but man, with it being as busy as it is and me starting my new job tomorrow, there's just so many things going on that I get to one video maybe a day, and that's probably all I can really do unless I really crack down and decide to do more. But you know, it is what it is. I'm doing my best. Either way it goes, you guys seen the new shelves. They're here. Link's going to be down in the description for each one. You got narrow, just regular ones. You have 5 tiers, and then you got 5 tier narrows, and there might even be some other ones, but they're all, like I said, they're all closely related and basically do the same thing. So check that out if you get a chance. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.